welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. We're live here in Miami. We had Jerome Bettis, Pro Football Hall of Famer, on earlier in the week, and I mentioned he was the first NFL player to spend a few days in studio in the history of NFL Network. And then we had Sapp on the other day, who, along with this guest, was the first player to have a regular segment in the history of NFL Network. And now what he has become is truly something else. A Pro Football Hall of Famer who is also a co-anchor of Good Morning America and also on Fox NFL Sunday, where there's a whole host of casts of thousands coming up this weekend. And he's currently wearing one of the exclusive limited edition Super Bowl 54 capsule collection in celebration of the NFL's 100th season that he has put together. MSX by Michael Strahan for NFL, along with his buddy Carl Banks from the Giants. I could go on and on, but the most important thing is this man helped me live out my dream to give away cash and prizes on his $100,000 pyramid on ABC. Michael Strahan.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good to see you, Stray.
I love seeing you, and I truly, when you called me and you said, hey, I want to do a $100,000 pyramid, I'm
Yes.
serious. It is my life dream. I said, he's lying. Like, this is not. But you were serious.
When I was there, I was into it.
You were into it. You're great at it, by the way.
Well, thank you. And I was so upset that Joel McHale, who was going against me, along with, the people who are actually winning the dollars, that he got to go to the winner's circle first, and I was so upset.
But you know what, though, I love about it, because you do this show and you don't make any money, okay? The people, You're playing for other people to make a lot of money, potentially. But even when you don't make it to the winner's circle, the competitive side comes out, and I know you're over there clapping, going, hey, great, Joel McHale. But I can see your eye in everybody's eyes, and they're like, you will lose the next round. I will get to the winner's circle.
And it's so great. The setup is so great. Your staff is so great. You're great. I mean, it was a true dream come true.
Well, we love having you, so don't be surprised if you get a call back.
I will take that call back. I will take that call back. And honestly, I could go on and on and on and on about your list of accomplishments and everything that's going on. But I do want to get in. First of all, congratulations on the announcement I guess you made on Fallon that your number 92 is getting retired by the Giants this year.
Yeah, it's going to be retired. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know when yet, but sometime during the season it's going to be retired. So that's a heck of an honor, and to join some of the other numbers that have been retired in the career the guys have had there. For me, I'm just happy I had a job and could support myself and not move back in with my parents.
Yeah.
And now I got my jersey retired along with Eli, who's deserving as well.
Yeah, what was it like that day? You were part of the large Big Blue alum class that came together for his retirement announcement.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was good to see so many guys. Some I played with, some I haven't.
Right.
But to see them all come together and come back and have so much respect for Eli, and then we also had Ernie Accorsi there, who's the general manager.
Yeah.
Back in my time, who also drafted Eli, and just to see executives to players and all come back, because it's like a family. And he meant so much to all of us, because I know without winning a Super Bowl, my life is different. And Eli was a big catalyst and a big reason we were able to do that. And I'm just grateful to be his teammate. He's always been such a nice man. And I think his demeanor, that everyone said he doesn't show any emotion, it was perfect for New York, because we had a lot of other guys who were colorful. We needed our quarterback to be focused, and he was all of those things to help the team win 2 Super Bowls.
Michael Strahan here on the Rich Eisen Show. I'm sure you're already hearing it, that there's a lot of talk about your 2007 Giants team for this very weekend. Number one, your defensive coordinators coordinating the defense for the Kansas City Chiefs and Steve Spagnuolo. And number two is that, yes, you've got an MVP quarterback on one side, albeit one season removed in Mahomes, but 4 guys who can put their fingers in the dirt on the defensive line and go hunt, and you don't have to scheme your way to the quarterback. That's your guys, and that role that you had in handing the lone loss to the previously undefeated Patriots in that Super Bowl. Do you see any similarities other than just what I just threw at you?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of everyone asks who's going to win, and to be honest with you, I don't know right now. I got to, just meditate on it, I guess.
By the way, that's a Glazer move. Save it for
I need to meditate. You got to save it for Fox. You got to save it for Sunday.
Glazer
watch.
Exactly. Glazer says nothing to nobody unless it's the guy or people or ladies who are paying him. So I understand if you're not giving this.
Glazer does say something, it's a bunch of gibberish anyway. But It's interesting to me to watch Steve Spagnuolo, who I literally just came here from their practice.
Okay.
And to see him with the defense that it's built differently than our defense was built. You know, this defense is definitely built differently than our defense. I think the challenge they're going to have is really the running game. And everyone has criticized Garoppolo. Not everyone has criticized him, but a lot of people have said, we don't know if Jimmy G can win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when they've needed him to throw the ball, he's thrown the ball well. He's done everything that they've needed him to do. But the number one priority, in my opinion, is stopping that running game if the Chiefs are going to allow the quarterback to get on the field and do what he does best. And on the other side, being at the NFC Championship game, watching all the 4 linemen come off the ball, I'm like, I don't know if we were that explosive.
No kidding.
We were explosive and we were great. Trust me. I you know, I'm not just bragging, but we were great at what we did.
Yeah.
But we weren't as big as these guys. We weren't 6'7", 6'8", 320 and run like you're 240. You know, Bosa's not as big, but he's like one little muscle and his motor never stops. I just think we hit our hot spot, and these guys have been hot all year long, and it's going to be a big challenge to slow down that line. And Mahomes has a lot of weapons. They're going to have to get their running game going as well to kind of counteract just guys rushing up the field. You got to learn to hit some seams to slow that rush down.
Yeah, Michael Strahan here on the Rich Eisen Show. A few more minutes left with you. You'll be you as well as Howie and Terry and obviously Jimmy getting into the Hall of Fame. That was an amazing moment that you were able to celebrate on live TV the other day. That was pretty cool.
The greatest thing about Jimmy's moment is that Jimmy's had other opportunities that have passed for him to make it into the Hall of Fame. And I think he had gotten to the point of where when the Hall of Fame came around, he really didn't want to hear about it.
Sure.
He was kind of like, I'm over it. I don't want to hear about it. It doesn't matter.
Well, you know Harry Carson from the Giants.
Yeah, Harry did the same with the Giants.
Time,
and
right.
I think it weighs on your heart, man. Even I saw the video with Drew Pearson. Broke my heart to see that. Like, that really broke my heart because it means a lot to the guys and all the hard work they put in. So when David Baker came out, Kurt Menefee was the only one who knew. The rest of us had no idea.
Yeah.
Jay actually came out late because he was watching a halftime show in the green room and said, oh, my God, this is a moment. And, you know, Jay got to get in on a moment.
Right.
So Jay ran out.
There he is, yeah.
And joined us. And to see Jimmy get choked up and start to cry for a guy who I'd never seen like that. And then when he said the whole time he wasn't breathing, and I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And I'm like, I'm not giving you mouth to mouth, so you better suck some air in, buddy. So we had a thing afterwards, like, who was going to give him mouth to mouth if he would have passed out? That was our debate. And we're all looking around. I said, well, Kurt, by default, you knew and didn't tell us, so you surprised him.
He's the host.
You give him mouth to mouth.
Host has got to take over.
I'm out.
You know that. Yeah, sure. The host.
And know what Kurt said?
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy was a nice teammate to work with for all these years. No mouth to mouth.
Man. All right, so you're wearing right now some of the garments that are has been especially made for the limited edition Super Bowl 54 capsule collection in celebration of the NFL 100th season. You partnered with Carl Banks, Big Blue of G3 Sports, and then your MSX by Michael Strahan for NFL collection, correct?
Yeah, we wanted to do something fun. Carl, the ex-Giant, big in the garment business, that done well with G3 for a long time. We wanted to do something for the NFL, celebrating 100 years of the NFL. And they also did the 100 best player of the NFL history. We're outfitting them with their jackets from my line as well for like their Hall of Fame jacket. But we have a different color that our guy Deion Sanders helped be a part of that. And what is going on, man?
Yeah, no, it's
is
just
that a car?
It is.
Somebody
I'm hoping that's what it is.
Needed a new exhaust or
something. I know
something.
that, yeah.
But we wanted to do this, and but we want to do something for men and women to celebrate Super Bowl 54.
Right.
A lot of people can get to the game, a lot of people can't. So we wanted to do something that you can get something to feel like you're attached. So you can go to shop.michaelstrahan.com. You can go here at the Super Bowl to the Super Bowl experience. Also, a lot of pop-up shops around the city for you to buy as well. But just something to be a part of the Super Bowl and celebrate the 100 years. And there are 3 colorways, the 3,000 colorways for men. I'll make sure I get you some. And there are 4 for women. So women are included in this as well.
Well, you know, Susie wants.
I got to take care. Matter of fact, I'm going to take care of your wife. Forget about
you know that. You know how it works. You've met my wife many times. And before I let you go, I know you got to run, but I want to point out the show that you did with Robin Roberts on ABC, and about Kobe's passing.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I saw you up there, I thought we interviewed Kobe a couple of falls ago, and I asked him the question about coming back and playing with LeBron.
Yeah.
And he bristled. He said he takes it as an insult that athletes can only play.
Yeah.
That when they're done retiring, like it's thought of them, it's the only thing that they are built to do, and that's the only thing they want to do, or will have the same Mamba mentality to do. He bristled. And I thought of you, and I thought you were the perfect guy to have up there because of what you have done since your playing career.
But I'll tell you what, I had a cool relationship with Kobe. And when he did Dear Basketball, which he won an Oscar for,
right.
He had an event. He was kicking it off at Tribeca Film Festival. So he calls me to come in and interview him in front of this panel of hundreds of people to talk about his project. And you could see he had the same passion for stuff outside of basketball as he had in it. He worked just as hard. And I just love that he would come on GMA and do the Wizenard series, talked about his books and all these different things, and just to get a chance to spend that kind of time with him and laugh with him and joke with him, it was special. And you don't realize how special until, unfortunately, something happens like it happened.
Right.
And that, what we did, the special report on Sunday, I walked home, I was telling you earlier, I walked home from the studio, and it was surreal. Like I didn't realize what had actually happened, and it still hasn't sunken in yet. But he was a special guy who definitely set the bar very high, that in life it's not all about just, okay, I'm a professional athlete and that's it. You know, you can do other things. You can accomplish so much more. And in 41 years of life, he's done so much that it's taken people, it's affected people who didn't know about basketball really.
Right.
And I think that says a lot about what you've done in your life, that so many people want to celebrate you. And I was thinking, I'm talking to a friend earlier today, it's like, okay, what would Kobe do? Or what would he think about all of this? And
right.
I think he would say, okay, I appreciate it. Now get focused and get back to doing what you do. Celebrate, we celebrate his life and celebrate what he left us. And that is the mentality to always do your best, go as hard as you can, and make a change.
Well said. And I know I left out Tom Rinaldi's name, but it was
Tom.
you, Tom.
Tom is awesome,
great.
man.
He was great. And
fantastic.
again, Robin Roberts is, as we know,
the
gold
queen.
standard for sure. But I was kind of proud because I don't think you were just up there because you're an ex-athlete. You're up there because you're a host, man.
I appreciate it.
And that means, again,
Thank
just
you.
what you have done with your
Thank you, Rick.
your life and career.
That.
You know how I feel about you, man. And
Thank you.
I honestly, we could have spent this entire time with me introducing you with all the stuff that you're doing. But just to review, you're on Fox starting at 2 Eastern time leading up to kickoff Super Bowl 54. And then everybody check out, again, this collection of limited edition Super Bowl 54 capsule collection in celebration of NFL's 100th season. Love you, Michael Strahan.
Love you,
Thanks
brother.
for coming on. Michael
Thank you,
Strahan,
everybody.
right here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Hey, I got a question. Are they actually working? They just sit there and watch you?
Guys, you want to respond to this?
What were you guys talking about?
Where were you at?
Okay. They're not working.
Mike, of course.
There you go. There's your answer. That's Miami Mike and Chris Brockman making their special appearance in this interview with Michael Strahan. Good to see you, Stray. That's a good one. We're back in the morning moment.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.